everyone. This is Sky. Welcome to Sky's Intuition and another intuitive energy reading. I wasn't going to do any readings today. I was going to take today off, but there's too much happening. Too much happening to ignore. Divine, thank you once again for the light that you shine upon me. May it shine through me and be a shield that protects me at all times. I rely on your protection and I rely on your timing. Divine, may my thoughts be aligned with yours. Please console anybody who is in need at this time. Thank you for the collective's message. Getting that's from. Okay. Divine guidance. May I be aligned with what the divine, because this is a meat suit, man. You want to make sure that you're in good standing for your next meat suit to be a better suit, not a worse one, right? Okay, if you have a next meat suit, union, something about a union in the past, union of souls, union in love, marriage, contracts, summertime. Something in the summertime. So maybe somebody got married in the over the summer. I hope it's not one of those summertime weddings and winter divorce situations, because that's not cool. Let's see. Home. Something about somebody's home being their castle. Somebody may live in a high rise or a big home or a townhouse. Okay. What's the next energy we're going to talk about, Divine? Whoa. I don't want that. Thank you, but no thank you. Then we have confusion. So there might be confusion about this home. Somebody could have said that they owned a home, married somebody with I'm just getting this as a possibility for somebody out there, that somebody married somebody who already owned a home, but they really never owned it. And that's where you fit in, because I don't see where the collective, it's like a lot of what's happening around you in my readings. And of course, that's cool too. But whatever the divine wants, empath. Okay, something going on with an empath here. I consider myself to be empathetic, or I'm not as much as I used to be. But this empath is a free spirit. They don't want to belong to nothing and no one. They want to be somewhere because that's where they want to be. Don't want to, it's weird. I'm seeing that somebody here has some instinct they're waiting for, some knowing. They want to know when the time is right to do something. Let's see. We have the Eight of Swords and the Four of Cups. Somebody's locked in their head over a rejection. They keep ruminating over a rejection or a missed opportunity. Something that was offered to them that they didn't want. Now, somebody can't, like, they're going around in circles in their head about it, but they're not finding a way out of this thought, out of thinking about it. It's in that head. Divine partner. Maybe that you were a divine partner. Maybe that's what they think. Or they thought you thought. This is a false person. Somebody got into a union or a marriage with a false person. They united with one. Okay. What is this in the summertime? Somebody came in real quick. They rushed in. You know, fools rush in where angels fear to tread situation here. They were fake, though. Somebody here was doing sex magic for a home stability. We're going to leave you here, right underneath this home. Or they were at home doing it. I don't know. Three of Pentacles. There's confusion within this collaboration now. People are confused, like, whose side are you on them here, and then we have the Page of Wands and the Nine of Swords, empath. Somebody here wants you in a distressed state or despair, and they're watching to see if it works. But you're an empath. It's not what are they trying to do? Four of Cups over rejection. Somebody's doing stuff, right? Doing sex magic about a home or in their home with a group of people here to create confusion, which would be this Nine of Swords here about what you're saying, your empath's prophecies. That's what they're doing. Hey, rock and roll. Do you boo? They think that they can change the truth. The truth doesn't need, I mean, in time, the truth always comes out. The truth doesn't need a lot of busy bees talking about, like, supporting. People look for supporters when they're lying. When you're telling the truth, you don't really need anybody to support you in that. The truth always stands alone. The Chariot's at the bottom of the deck, so somebody may be coming around, coming to see you, or you may need to be traveling. Okay, what's this false person here? This false fakey union. The Devil, Capricorn energy, fake person, toxic as all heck. This is this Devil energy. Now what do we have here? That happened over the summer. Somebody did something really quickly. Two of Pentacles. They switched roles. Or over the summer, they quickly, like, they used word magic of some kind. Next to the Magician, they rushed in to have sex with this person for stability. And they said things. Knight of Swords is very rush. Like, if you're dating somebody, say, and you're like, maybe one day we'll move in together. They'll be like next week going, so when was that date that we're going to move in together? I picked out some furniture and shit, This person has sex for stability. They use it for magic. Queen of Wands. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. That was the Chariot. I'm sorry. The Queen of Wands is the fire energy. Why am I divine? Stop getting ahead of us. This is a fire sign feminine. Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius who is doing magic to secure home, a stability. They might have been so that something would go to them. Twin flame. So this twin flame was supported by a group of people. They wanted to confuse somebody about a twin flame. This is the collaboration to do so. And then we have the vampire. They just can't get away from you. Somebody is so sure that they're going to be able to suck away your energy. But here's the deal. This is the court seeing it as a karmic connection, and that this person manipulated this connection out of some obsession that they have. Yeah, that they trashed you, said all the sexual stuff about you. Now they have legal issues in court because there's something is coming forward about a lie, you know? Mhm. Thank you guys so much for watching me. Yeah, the truth is coming out. Also, too, somebody could have been fooled. You might have warned them, don't be fooled, or what you see is not what, half of what you see and none of what you hear kind of stuff. And they went ahead anyway, thinking that you were the person that was lying. And now that they're finding out that you weren't, they want to circle back. And that's like, if anybody that cares about you would stand by you regardless from the jump. They would feel like that you were somebody they could say their word is their word. This is what they told me. And if they, I don't know. I feel this way. If they turned on you once, they'll turn on you again. I've done my back, like when I was younger, to the go backs, and it always ends up that way. Always. So maybe for somebody it doesn't. Maybe that's just my experience. But somebody here is spying on this fake false person, or this false person could be spying on you, watching you, getting ready to rush in. They did that over the summer. Rush into a marriage. Yeah, because somebody was doing magic. This person was doing magic for a home. They wanted a home. Okay. And they wanted the recognition amongst this group. Maybe everybody in the group was married, but them, third wheel. So they wanted to hook up with, it's no reason to hook up with somebody, but somebody wanted it for that reason. This, or confusion, a group of people here wanted to confuse somebody about your recognition or your victory or something about this. They wanted to win the battle by confusing people about you. This King of Swords. This King of Swords announced that they could do this, that they could have you haunted or something. What the heck is this King of Swords anyway? One minute I'm reading that he's a good guy, next minute I'm reading he's a bad guy. I don't know if he's a secret double agent. Because the swords represent authority. So this person could have, somebody could have announced something about this King of Swords too, an empath. Somebody here. But I think in this reading, I'm getting that this King of Swords was somehow involved with doing something to an empath. Like they might have been doing like some kind of mind control, because the King of Swords is the logic, the mind. They could have been doing mind control and saying that I know this is going to work kind of stuff, but they were premature, weren't they? Devil. This is the end of a cycle for this devil, Capricorn, who wants to come back around, maybe even. Or this Capricorn that's on seeing something on the internet. Okay, Two of Pentacles. This is juggling something, a boss. Somebody was juggling being the boss, or some alpha male marriage stuff. Queen of Wands, what's going on with her? A lot of could be documents, could be attacks on a twin flame union this Queen of Wands was doing. A lot of attacks. And then so that you would be afraid of somebody, like in some way sucking you dry or doing something to you. What would you be afraid of? The vampire. Cold. There's nothing. This is barren now. This is cold. Somebody, put you in a position where you don't want nothing from them. You know that saying? You didn't remember me, and now I don't remember you. Seven of Swords here. This person, well, let's do it the way it's supposed to be seen so that you get what I'm talking. Look, they're not looking where they're going. They walked right into this trap. I'm telling you, you might have told this person, and maybe even somebody pushed their daughter on, like a mother. A mother energy may have pushed her daughter on a fire sign masculine, like go to him kind of stuff. That's what I'm getting here for a proposal. This person is having nightmares because someone here is passing away or passed away or healed from this spell work with the devil again. Yeah. Somebody wait. I got the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords. So somebody's really quickly wants to hurry it up. Why do they want to hurry it up? What are they talking about? They want to come in and do something with regards to a high priestess. This person lied or stole something. Lied in court. They lied in court. And they're shocked because they're being seen as this person who manipulates people emotionally for money. There's the Tower. They got caught up somehow. In this scenario, it did not work out well. Let's see. I really wasn't going to do any reading today. I was like, it's always like somebody's trying to get over on somebody, or, this crime stuff, but it's like it's got to be finished. It's got to be finished. It's got to be complete. Thank you guys so much for watching my videos and watching my channel. Please do me a favor and hype me up. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And check out, like, some of the videos have products underneath. Like, I think the thing about the guy with the camera has camera equipment underneath if somebody's looking for camera equipment. There's a couple of times I will do that just to give, like, somebody saying, maybe I should shop for one of those. What's this with the false person that somebody here found out, learned? Work. This person, something about work. Some fake person was watching you at work that's already in a union. And they were going back to the house. Oh, the summertime. This person was quickly. They were like, I'm going to get your man, or I'm going to get that's all they wanted to do. And it's like, listen, Linda, listen. If they were that great, how come you never heard from me after you did it? You never, like, look, especially if you did it for a house. This person, well, everybody's got their reasons. Yeah, they wanted a quick proposal to get a house, they used magic or manipulation to do so. This is confusion, not once, but twice, 3 times actually here. This group of people are constantly trying to confuse you so you don't choose correctly when it comes to whatever you're manifesting or you being seen and recognized, and they're like creating confusion here. This is a Leo King of Swords. So this could be an air sign, Leo holding back an air sign here from saying something about this nightmare about saying something. They want to hold back a King of Swords from saying something. They do. This person may think that this has been a nightmare. Well, what do you think it's been for us? Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. The devil was fooled into going back to something, or Capricorn may have been fooled, or somebody is finding out that they're through online sources that they've been fooled. Two of Pentacles. This is so that something would go into someone's, this is money that was paid to a father, a boss, to put you in jail, to get you stuck in your head, prison in your mind. But here's the justice system. Somebody's going to court, possibly a Queen of Wands, and they have to release documents, data, information, okay? And something about the releasing of this, or they're attacking that this reunion should take place, so that they're trying to create confusion so you do not go back with this person. Not that you would, but this person's putting an awful lot of energy into it. Here's the truth about some energy vampire, that they're not getting any energy from the situation. And here he is again, the King of Swords. They lied, or they stole something here. Somebody here is having nightmares over this lie. They stole 7 and 7. They stole from an empress. Some 7 of Pentacles talks about, investment, some investment that was made on your behalf. They stole from you, and maybe to put into somebody having a baby. I swear, as odd and weird as that sounds, that's what I'm getting. That your money went towards somebody having a child to tie up something in some way. Now, I don't know. I mean, I'm not these people. I don't think like they think. I don't want to think like they think. Nothing like them. So I don't know what the correlation would be. But there you have it. They did this stuff. They did it. But they don't want to own it. Like, they're so much better than you, and they know better than you, and they're better than you, and they have better than you, and they'll always be better than you. I mean, I'll tell you, I don't cower from what I do, what I've done. You want to bring up what I did 10, 20 years ago? I'll give it another look. You know what I mean? It's like, maybe I did do it, maybe I didn't do it. But I'm not, at this stage in my life, I'm not ashamed about it. Not anything that I've done in comparison to what I'm reading here. It's crazy. Who's this? This person was working on getting a fake person. They were either watching you, this Leo energy, very strong. Somebody was working and watching you from work, working on things while they were watching you. Yes, they were working on things while they were watching you. Okay? And being fake towards you, possibly within a union. Okay? Page of Wands. Don't make the situation your circumstance, or the circumstance your situation. It didn't work, though. 8 of Pentacles here and 8 of Pentacles reversed here. So they were premature in their announcement here that somebody was going to come rushing in over the summertime. Maybe they were going to do something. You would quit working, or something would happen to your job by the summertime. And look, this Queen of Swords would get this proposal. They used magic to get married for a house. Fraud magic. Okay? I don't care. I'm not shutting up no more. I'm sick of it. I'm so sick of it. I'm sick of you guys. I hate to say it. It pains me, because I thought more of you than you thought of yourself. That I even, I want God to forgive me for ever thinking that you were worth anything to me. Because I didn't pay attention to my instincts and stuff for a long time, saying, nah, that's crazy. They wouldn't be doing that. There you go. Somebody wanted to confuse somebody here. A group of people wanted to confuse someone and create some confusion about a house. Somebody winning a house or a marriage. being recognized, triumphing. So they wanted to triumph, so they created confusion about you. And it has to do with them trying to hold you back from this either this inherited house, the inherited family, whatever it was. This King of Swords, this could be a Leo. We have Leo, constantly doing this, trying to possibly get in your dreams so that because they predicted it. Somebody's a pre-dick, let me tell you. But they predicted that this was going to happen to you. For this Queen of Swords, whoever she is. That's who they're doing it for. And this is the judgment here. Somebody's being judged, a Capricorn maybe. This might be a toxic relationship somebody was fooled into going back to a toxic relationship, or something. This relationship is being judged as toxic, or this person. Page of Pentacles. Somebody wants to pay. This money is going over to this boss, this person that's going to jail. The mastermind here that got paid to do this, it didn't work. Oh, mastermind. And so now they're going to jail, more than likely. Could be a Queen of Swords, could be a masculine, could be a feminine. Any one of these people are eligible. Look, here's the devil. Devil in the blue dress, blue dress, blue dress, devil with the blue dress on. Justice Department. The devil is in the courthouse. Could be a Queen of Wands, or a Queen of Wands is trying to take a Capricorn to court, or this judgment of this Capricorn. Yeah, man, something about a Capricorn or somebody who is toxic going to court, possibly even a Queen of Swords. I don't know. Yeah, somebody's afraid that someone else will walk away from them if they reunite or even talk to you or anything. They don't want it. And you don't want it. So, like, I'm glad we're in agreement. Let's get off of this subject. Four of Swords, the truth, because there's a truth coming out about how somebody was laid to rest. Vampire, this is blood rituals. They're doing sex rituals. They're doing blood rituals. Somebody here, their blood runs cold because you told the truth about these people. Vampires, taking from you and not wanting you to talk about it and not wanting you to utilize anything. This is yours, and they don't want you to ever use it. They want to use it. They wouldn't even chip you off a bit, man. That's cold. Here we have the Hierophant and the Queen of Rods and the King of Cups. So I think there's a Scorpio energy or Pisces, Cancer with a fire sign energy that are married, maybe. They might be married, or they may be the two people that run this energy. Seriously, there's court here coming up for stealing. Yeah, they're a married couple. That's what I'm getting. This is a married or pseudo-married, something about it. I don't want to use these. I want to use these. Please don't forget to hit the bell icon, to like, to comment, and to share. And I appreciate those who do. Thank you for your super thanks. Thank you for whatever it is that you do. What is it? Hyping me up, all that stuff, the donations. Thank you for my Patreon peeps that keep it real over there. Gypsy and Hobos. Man, I'm telling you. Gypsies, you need a reading, but there's some bad gypsies out there. I don't want to pick up that energy. What is the strength here with this union? Somebody wanted to, for money. Money. They did it for greed. Greed. What's this Eight of Pentacles in reverse? This didn't work. Whatever it was they were trying to accomplish. They were watching you, yeah, constantly trying to get something to work that wasn't working. Or they were watching you, trying to get you out of, like, say, if somebody was watching you at work, or calling your job and complaining about you, all that stuff, trying to get you out of being able to have some money or work or something here. This Queen of Swords rushed straight in with the marriage. We need to get married because that's how we're going to get this house. But anybody in their right mind, I mean, if somebody did that to me, if I was a guy or a girl, I would say, what are you talking about? I got a place to live. What's your deal? Like they did this. See, there's this confusion about love. They wanted to confuse a love situation here. You know what I mean? They were taking, and look, this is the letter of this Ten of Pentacles that they were trying to keep from you. There it is with the seal on it and everything stamped. Pelican Brief. Remember that with Julia Roberts? But anyway, this King of Swords and it has this, it's trying to keep you from getting this document. This could be a lawyer that with regards to an inheritance, a large sum of money regardless. Now they're having some nightmares that they did what they did. This is all like somebody was like, don't worry, we're gonna, like they were bragging around town that there was no way they could lose this. Last Judgment. These people, I don't know, this is a couple that were fooled by the devil. That's what it's saying here. Running with the devil. They do a lot of like devil worship. Look. Running with the devil. And yeah, this is bringing sadness. They want to bring you sadness, lock your head up, They want to do that to you so that the money goes to something else or away from someone. Visit. The devil wants to visit. Capricorn wants to visit you, or somebody who is toxic wants to visit you before this court date. They might try to act like you get along. Oh, I love you. I miss you so much. By the way, did you get a letter in the mail to go to court for something? Like one of those deals. Nah, stay away. Baby and some money. I don't know what that could be a child. I don't know. Somebody is lovesick, or they're sick, like emotionally. There's something here about somebody maybe getting a cold. It is the winter, man. Somebody's sick also because you walked away, and that's it. That's all. And here comes that letter. It don't matter. Look, they killed the pelican, right? So the bluebird of happiness said, all right, I can take it from here. Because this is the truth. They were trying to keep you from this document out of jealousy. They're going to lose because of their own jealousy, because they were an enemy to you because of their own jealousy. This is somebody who could have had thought that this baby belonged to somebody, and they're finding out that none of this is true. They're doing it and acting like some child. You're responsible for their child, and they may even play on the sympathies of others, saying, "Oh, they don't want anything for the baby," blah, 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 and they're getting the buy-in. But it's their responsibility. It has no link to you. But they want it to, because this way they feel like the baby, the stability, the money is on the way. That the money will be there for their stability, for a child. Somebody held you back from receiving this money so they could give this money to somebody who was with child at the time, and they didn't want to tell you that. But the child doesn't belong in this family either. They made stuff up. medical records, all kinds of records. And then, I don't know. This is crazy. Now they want to come and make you sick even. And crazy, 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 crazy. They couldn't even come out and say, hey, look, this person's either having a baby by somebody else, or they couldn't tell you that. What is the problem with just putting it out on Bear? I haven't seen you comment here in a while, but but if you're the Bear, I think you are. You used to always say, roll it out on the carpet. I don't know if you remember, but I remember certain things you said to me because you were a great teacher. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. I really, really hope that this comes to an end soon, in every sector and aspect, okay? I can't make the law do anything. I can't. I can only read the energy for you, but I am praying for you, and I hope you're praying for me, and I hope that we see each other again real soon. Peace.